Alright guys, welcome back to another stream here at the Grease Monkey channel that we're here. Today's stream is going to be a little bit different than the last 8 streams I've been doing. The last 8 streams I've been doing a lot of like very high saturated 3D animation short things, and it's been fun. But I think I'm gonna go back and redive into the grease pencil realm and use the grease pencil. My skill sets are in 3D, right? But I'm learning 2D, and I was basically really leaning. I was really using my 3D skills as a crutch for this channel. And when I originally made this channel, I wanted to make grease pencil content. So this is somewhat my attempt right now at returning to form and making some grease pencil content. I'm not the best grease pencil artist, and I'm not the best 2D artist in general. Like I said, my skill set's in 3D, but I'm gonna use these streams that are usually last around a couple hours as practice. So got a lot of practicing with the 3D. So and now I'm converting it down to practicing with grease pencil, and hopefully I can get this channel into much more on track, start making some more videos and stuff. I have some video tutorials I'm going to be making in the future. I do have a day job, so that's usually what happens on why I don't post these videos. So today what I'm going to be doing, there's a lot of stuff in 2D. I draw quite a bit. Not even quite a bit. I would say I can draw more, but I draw outside of these YouTube channel. I draw traditionally because sometimes I need to relax my eyes from looking at a screen. And there's a lot of things I'm practicing. My main concern with my drawings are I want to draw characters, as you know, most people that you see online, draw characters. And there's a bunch of things of the character that I have to learn. So for a long time offline, I've been learning anatomy, been drawing people, the human form, without clothing, right? But then I started realizing I have a weakness with clothing. I also have a weakness with hair. I also have a weakness with, face, right? So I'm getting down the proportions and stuff when it comes to the human body, but I'm missing absolutely every other part of drawing. So this is just me bearing it dry, being being mediocre online, and learning how to draw. So today's stream, I want to focus mostly around clothes and drawing cool clothes and building up a visual library for clothes. Like I don't know off the top of my head a lot of clothes, and that's usually an issue. So I downloaded a bunch of pictures from Reddit, from the subreddit Streetwear. So if you're curious on any of these, let's see if I can put it on reddit.com/r/. So if you're curious where I got any of these pictures, the people over at r reddit.com/r the slash streetwear. I'm trying to type it in while I say it. Let's see if I can bring it up here. All right, here it is. So I went to this subreddit and I got like I went and got the top post, of all time. And I basically scrolled through these and find people who post their streetwear. So I can start building up, like I said, a visual library for clothes. I already have some good stuff, but I need to put it into drawings, like just like these belt buckles, the bags, the gloves, types of shoes. That's something I never think about either. Like all these different types of shoes, skirts. See these boots, traditional wear. Like that's really what I'm trying to do. Evelyn, good to see ya. Thanks for stopping by, as usual. I appreciate you. So yeah, so I got a bunch of clothes from streetwear. Like I think this guy's pretty cool, pretty casual. I have about 1,000 pictures that I have downloaded. So um, I'm gonna be going through doing some practice drawings right here in the beginning, and then maybe by the at the end of this hour, I'll choose a picture and try to see if I can develop it within, spend an hour on it, not develop it all the way, but spend an hour on it and try and see if I can make something with the grease pencil. I don't know if something's gonna come out of this at the end. Um, so not expecting anything too big here. But that's what I'm gonna do. Let me put on my Discord that I'm streaming. Let's see, streaming now. Boom. Maybe that's what I have to do. Bam, streaming now. Okay. All right. So I guess that's the intro. I'm doing drawings, focusing on clothes today. These pictures are from Reddit, from the subreddit Streetwear. And so yeah, so using Blender 3.12, I'm using the grease pencil, the pencil or the brush or whatever you want to call it that I'm going to be using is just the pen, so it has no taper, no anything. It's just a solid line like this. You make dots, you make lines, and they're just going to be solid lines all the way through, and that's what I'm going to be focusing on. Offline, I usually draw in pen and ink, so I'm very used to just like solid, no taper lines. Obviously, not obviously, but I'll use different sizes here. Let's see if I remember. There it is. I'll use different size pens, as I go through, but for the most part, just gonna be using the same size and drawing all the way through. So right now, let me just warm up my hand here. My eraser, when it erases, I have it set so it erases the whole stroke. So I just go and I erase the whole stroke. Uh, and I don't know, that's just how I like to work. I can remake the line. So I'm just going to warm up my hand. There's this thing on like Proco that I saw, which I found pretty interesting. It's called automatic drawing. And basically, it's like you don't think about it and you just, let your subconscious take over and you do some hand movements. It's like a good warm up to like relax and stuff. This doesn't have to be a pretty image or anything. And when I'm doing it, what I'm doing is like when you're I don't know, I've been trying to think of a metaphor for for it to make sense, but the best metaphor I can come up with is like when you're speaking and you're trying to gather your thoughts while you're mid speaking or mid talking and stuff. And you use the words like and those are like filler words, right? So those filler words, um, as I'm doing it right now, is this is what it feels like to me when I do this type of drawing. I'm just letting my mind be in that state of for a long period of time and letting my natural like what I want to do with my hands just go loose. Sometimes I think about a circle and I'll do little lines. I love doing like little dots and then connecting them and stuff. And I don't know, it just gets you in a relaxed state, and especially when there's no pressure for it to look anyway. I also practice a lot doing cubes and stuff, so you'll see like that come out and stuff. And like I said, I'm not even thinking about it. Another thing I usually like to like fall back on, my sketchbooks are filled with like this type of drawing. I always like to do like a thing where I do like a tube thing, I do a circle, I'll do like a little rectangular, kind of like a cylinder. It kind of looks like a little sci-fi thing. Maybe put like a plug, like this is a plug that sticks in. I have like my sketchbooks have so much of this going on, like these like dome shaped glass shapes. And that's also one of my I don't know, fallback, relaxing shapes that I like to make. And I don't know why. I guess I find them easy. It's easy to draw a cylinder and like just draw, out and stuff. So just know that that's something. So yeah, to go back on it, I think what I'm doing is yeah, I'm just falling back on familiar hand movements that I like to do, and I just take the time to think about them, like, making these three shapes. I like to do like this hair. This could be turned into something. You just have to work on it. Once again, I'm not great at I'm a 3D artist. This is just my musings as like as an artist here. Uh, there's a lot for me to learn. I'm way in the beginner scale of drawing stuff. And just doing all this, I'm realizing that my radius is a little big. So let's go to 15. Let's draw with the smaller radius. Yeah, let's draw with that. I'm so used to drawing with a very fine point. So I'm almost done here with this warm up. I'm sure it's not fun to see. That's why I'm like talking through it and stuff. Make some of these circles. Try to do like an orb. Try to do these lines. Alternate between wrist and hand. So like this is like my wrists. This is my moving my arm, my whole arm. A little bit slower. This is just my forearm. Keeping my hand, keeping my shoulder. There's just general warm-ups that I'm doing here. Okay, we're almost done. I'm feeling loose. These first few drawings are probably not gonna be great. Right now I have a gradient background. It's like a pink and a blue. I do that just so I can have some, I don't know, when you're looking at white, it hurts my eyes on my screen. It's hard to look at. Usually I would draw with a different color, but today I'll draw with black and we'll go on. Yeah, I think this is a good size for the pen. And there's not much to think about when it comes to strength and pressure. I'm just drawing. Like I said, it's like a pen, right? So just get my hand loose. I woke up like an hour and a half ago. So, all right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and I'm going to go into the layers here for the stroke. You can see that I'm on this stroke. The pen's there. And we'll just keep making layers for, the drawings and stuff. So, once again, for anybody tuning in, I'm focusing on clothes. Don't care about the figure too much, but I will be drawing kind of like the proportions that I want to see. So, all right, already too big. So I'm gonna just draw the head. I see that the shoulder is going up, down. So let's just exaggerate it a bit, right? So that's what I'm gonna do. I know the rib cage. She's looking mostly forward. It looks like it's like a right? So I'm gonna just do the rib cage here. I did a lot of practicing with anatomy for like the last month and a half or so. I have an anatomy book, been learning the muscles, kind of like the placements and stuff. So I'm just gonna exaggerate this figure, and these proportions could be off, but luckily since we're in a digital program, we can fix this afterwards. So I'm just gonna draw some lines, and already what I don't like is that I'm just drawing a crap ton of lines. I want this to be sweeping motions, but that's not what you're gonna see. It's gonna take a while for me to warm up here. But yeah, just drawing the overall figure just to see if I can get some proportions right. And try to be like, I'm trying to be, and when I say, I'm not trying to give advice here. I'm saying what I'm thinking. So I'm trying to be concise, with how I'm going about this. I should be making sweeping lines, and I'm trying not to zoom up a lot. Just trying to stay kind of relatively zoomed out. We'll do the arm there. We'll do a little triangle there. Usually, and then, this is when it comes to like proportions and stuff. I try to look at myself. So like the elbows should be about, I'm looking down at myself, about belly button, right? So if these proportions are right, which they could very well not be, the belly button would be like around here somewhere, right? Like, so that's maybe where I'll do the elbow break, right? So it'll be like this, and the elbow's here, right? All right, and this head already looks a little small. Maybe I'll make it bigger. Just a little bit. We can move the head, you know. And just for me to check my proportions, let's see. I could probably see if these proportions are correct. Let's see. Grab. We'll bring it down here. That's 2 heads. Usually it's like 5 to well, not 5, but like six heads high. So let's duplicate it. I just want to see if I'm even correct here. We'll do 3 of them now. One, two, three, four, five, six, 7. So it looks like my proportions could be a little off, right? Like maybe her legs are too long. Maybe it's like a thing. So we'll do 7 heads, right? So already, maybe I could like fix this height, and we're gonna make the body a little smaller. And maybe this is dumb. Maybe this is not the way to do this, right? We'll make her at 8 heads, about 8 heads. So there we go. So I'm gonna erase this. I'm gonna enlarge this. Okay. All right. So maybe the proportions are a little better now. Maybe they're not. Oops. I don't know. I'm gonna go and erase some of these lines. So let me erase some of these. Unfortunately, when I'm in the eraser mode, it doesn't let me. I'm gonna bring this eraser down to 10. There we go. All right. So then I can erase some of these. I don't know, all these extra lines. Maybe that one, that one. There's a lot of lines going on there. Maybe a couple of these. Yeah, maybe we'll fix this. Oh, did I make my thing too big again? I did. Let's go back to 10. Let's do 10. Maybe 15, I think I was at. Okay. So now I have kind of like I don't know, a little skeleton I can work off of, and then I can start draping some clothing here. So I'm going to lower the opacity on this. Now that I kind of have like this guideline, I can start practicing some of these clothes. And then I think in the next one, I'm not going to build the skeleton, and I'm just going to see if I can visualize this, and then just draw the clothes, you know. So when I think about this stuff, let me see if I can get a little closer. Oops. Okay. All right, I'm just going to think about the shapes here and try to use as many sweeping motions as I can. When I do this on pen and paper, it's so much. I know it's weird, but it's like easier because it's like legitimately permanent. Like with this, I just know that I can hit undo, and it's really hard to really hold out and not hit the undo button. You know what I mean? Like it's difficult for me. So we'll bring this down, and maybe we're not trying to do it exactly like how the close is, right? But yeah, so like I said, so I'm just making these folds. I know that the shoulders here, maybe I can imply it with some lines. You know, and I'm just trying to look at the general shapes and stuff. And already this one, not looking too hot for me, but do I care? I do, but I have to not care, right? Like I have to figure out, you know, how this works, how to get over myself. It's not an easy thing to not overthink things, you know. Uh, we're all we're all in a way taught to be afraid of failure, which is unfortunate. Oops, I did not want to change my thing here. Let's bring it to 15. We're all afraid of failure in some way, shape, or form, you know? Like, it happens. Oops, and let me also lock all layers except the one that I'm on. Auto lock inactive layers. Okay, there we go. So now I can erase this color and make it bigger and stuff. Um, you know, it's school, society, it really teaches you to like, and people as well, mostly people. They really should they don't do it on purpose, but they do. Things happen to you, and people say and do things that make you feel bad, and they don't realize that they're doing that. Some people do, and they're bad people. But a lot of stuff that happens in your life, I think, is it's almost like unintentional. You know, some people were taught the wrong thing, and they pass it down, and they like at school they'll bully you or they'll say something that they think is like a nice thing in their world, but really it's like not a good thing for you because of the way that you were taught to deal with certain things and stuff. So it's very difficult to, I think, navigate the the world because not only are we, you know, not only are we social creatures, we're also like solitary creatures too. We're both, you know. We're really in our heads all the time, and life uh has no instructions. And everybody's instruction, even if the life did have instructions, everybody's life is different. You know, I talk to people who legitimately can't understand certain things because they're the type of people who need to experience it, and it's unfortunate because they to develop a skill like empathy or like sympathy, it takes practice. You know what I mean? It's not something that just comes naturally. As like growing up, I used to think that yeah, it's you know if you're a good person, you know it would just be good. But sometimes your type of good person and somebody else's type of good person is not the same, and that's how people unintentionally hurt each other. Um, People also don't teach you how to deal with your emotions. And I'm talking as a guy too, you know, like as a guy, you're taught to be strong and never complain. And nobody teaches you this directly, you know, and once again I'm speaking from my experience. Nobody teaches you Nobody taught me directly like you got to be emotionless. It's just the way people are around you and then you have to like, you know, fit in and stuff. Uh and the world wants men never to cry. You got to be strong. Because you got a family and people look up to you and they see you as like a rock, you know. So it's not easy. It's not easy for both genders. I would say even worse for women. I'm getting these like folds down here. They don't look great. I'm just trying to not be hung up on this, right? So I'm just moving forward. We'll get these heels down. I always have trouble with the feet with shoes. So what I like to do is I like to just make like kind of like a club, not a club, but like a hook thing. Let me see if I can do it. I'm not gonna be able to do it. Watch. All right, and this looks dumb, right? But then I just extend this downwards, and it still looks like garbage. Let me go. Let me take it a different way. Let me take it a different way. Let me do the baseline. Let me see where I'm going. Sometimes you gotta aim for what you're going for. You know, I do this with pen and ink. Sometimes you'll put a dot where like let's say an eye is like you want the eye to start here and end here, so you put two dots and then you have something to aim for, right? So you'll do something like and then you'll always get the size right. Like have you ever written something on a piece of paper that has like a little bit going at the end, right? It's like right at the end and you're just cramming in tiny little letters at the end just to finish the word because you can't go to the next line. Yeah, that's what happens in drawings too. Anyway, let's see if I can even do this, you know? Like, honestly, I should overlay this so I could see what I'm doing wrong here. But this is the first drawing. We're gonna go to a different drawing soon and move forward. And I'm already being hung up on these shoes. I gotta keep going. Let's just figure out if I could just not think about this. Right, and already this is wrong because this foot's a little bit higher than the other one. It's like further back, right? Like guess I could like shrink it down. Let's see if I can shrink it down and bring it up. You know, and that could work. But look at this. Look at all these lines here. Gross. And let's put the heel here. Erase some of these lines. You know, drawing also is interesting, right? It's a little bit also like writing. When you write something, it's better to like write something out and then edit it than it is to try and get it right the first time. So sometimes I'm just looking at this because you know what it should look like. Like, look at that. Garbage. That's not great. but it doesn't matter. You just gotta keep going. You gotta keep going or else it's gonna eat you alive. It's the only way. All right. It looks like her head's tilted a little, right? So she's like more like this. And now I zoomed up, and that's not a good thing for me. Gotta try and keep it zoomed out. You know, and this is already like, you know, let's just add in some, she has like curly hair, so let's just add in some, you know, uh, implied lines. You know, we'll cut the eyes out. All right, we're gonna get rid of the under part, and we're gonna just look at this now. And it looks okay. You know what I mean? In drawings, when I'm like in Photoshop and stuff, it's always good to mirror. I think in Grease Pencil, they should have like a mirror button, right? Let me see if they have it. I think it's a modifier. Mirror. Oh, but it shows the old version? Is there like a flip? Hold on. Oh man, I haven't been in Grease Pencil so long. There's a flip, right? Like a flip. Is it effects? Flip. Here it is. Oh, but it flips it like all the way over there. What the hell's happening? I don't know what's happening here. Why would it flip it all the way over there? Jesus Christ. Oh, it's gone. It's not even here. Like, is it outside of the camera? Let me see the outside the camera here. It is outside the camera. Oh, what is happening here? It looks like this is like not rotating the right way. I think I'm doing something wrong. What? What is this? Hold on. Oh, I'm drawing like really far? What is it doing? Is there a constraint on this? What is this? Already. Is it the flip? Is it just the flip doing that? Oh man, I guess the flip, I don't know, really flips it, huh? Look, I took the flip off and now it's fine. But if I turn it on, it like, why is it? It's, usually when you put a flip or something like in Blender, it does it from the origin, which is like this little dot here, which is in the center. But that's not how it's acting. And if I put vertical, let's see. Interesting. Is there some sort of thing happening here? The transform. Oh, maybe I can flip it using transforms instead of this like modifier, which is not acting the way that I think it should, but so let's go back to our camera here. Maybe we could do it with just the layers. So if we go transform, got adjustments, relations, display, vertex group, relations, adjustments. Okay, let's go to transforms and let's scale it. I think on the X, right? Oh, that doesn't do anything. I'm just off my rocker. This is not doing malarkey. It doesn't even. Okay, so I assume that's for the layer, right? No, I don't know. Let me know if you know in the chat, but We're gonna keep moving. Oh, and let me just do it the way that I used to do it. Um, so I would go into edit mode. I would select all, right? Now I can't select all. What the? Oh, I'm in the wrong one. Here we go. Oh, maybe I was doing flip on the wrong layer. Hold on. Maybe that's what it was. Let's see. Flip horizontal. Nope, that's wrong. Let's not go back into that. I used to have a shortcut to flip all this. Let's see if I have it here. I think this is it. Let's see. Let's see if I can do it. Ah, nice. So I have a keyboard. I have a keypad, like a gaming keypad. It's called like the Tataris Pro, and it's made for like games and stuff. But I use it for Blender, and I have a button on it that has a macro, so that'll automatically flip it for me. So we're gonna. So this is how it is normally. So we're gonna flip it and see if we see anything terrible with it. uh, and yeah, I definitely see some stuff here, but like the arm's a little short. Like she looks like she has a short arm. I guess I could just grab this, right? We'll grab this. We'll grab that. Maybe make it bigger. Maybe rotate it. Maybe grab it out. Look at that. That looks all right. Another thing, there's an add-on for the grease pencil. Um, it's grease pencil tools. It has like a deform thing here, and I think you could just. Nope, I did this wrong. Hold on. Let me exit out of this. How do I exit out of this? Let me cancel this. Oh man, nothing's working like I think it should. I definitely just want to go to the next drawing, but I'm very curious why this isn't working. All right, here's the lattice. All right, is there something wrong with? Let me check this. Let me check. That's all good. See, there's a lot of weird quirks. And honestly, doing this, I just see why Blender and drawing in this can be like a little aggravating, a little intimidating, because I'm already running. I know this program, and it's like not acting the way that I think it should. Like, all right, so let me go to drawing. That's good. I have grease pencil tools installed, right? I'm already wasting so much time. Let's see. Grease pencil tools. Yep. Wow, this thing has a lot of options for something that felt like it was so simple. It's under sidebar, grease pencil tools. Yeah, that's where I was at. Is it under edit mode? All right, let's go back into it. Let's go back into it. Grease pencil tools, box to form. Less than 2 points were selected. So I have to select points? So we'll go into that. Now we'll do box to form. Oh, I guess you have to do it in edit mode and then select what you wanted to form. Okay, so then this, what I'll do is I'll press 2 or 3. That'll give me like some warp points, and then I can warp the grease pencil kind of to like, what I want it to be. And this can help out. Maybe this is a little too thick. We'll go a little taller there. Okay. All right, and what do we do to enter it? Spacebar. There we go. Okay. I think we worked out. We'll call this number 1. 001. It didn't work. My numpad was not turned on. Hold on. 001. Okay. Okay. So let's go back to drawing. Okay, so this is fine. All right. Let's go to the next one. So I'm going to make that invisible. Make my sketching invisible. We're going to just erase this. We're just going to make a new one. So for this next one, I am not going to draw the skeleton. I'm just going to start drawing the shapes that I see and draw from there. So let me delete this if I can find the button for it. I guess it's this one. We'll call this 002. And we'll keep it going. All right, let's see it. I got a bunch of pictures. Let's see if we can find another cool one. Look at this streetwear. Look at those lights. This person probably runs really fast, right? Some good streetwear clothes. Gyarados, shiny. Love it. Ooh, the all pink. Oh, the leg warmers. Looks like a hacker. Once again, I got all these pictures from Reddit streetwear. Like I said, I want to practice clothes. Is that Jim Carrey? That may be Jim Carrey. It looks like Jim Carrey. Alright, we're gonna keep going. So I see some interesting clothes. I think this is Seth Rogen. From British GQ. I think he's wearing loafers. Anyway, I like this. I like the thing going on here. It's pretty fun. So let's do some of that. Alright, so I'm just gonna see the big shapes. It's very rectangular, right? So that's the first thing I'm seeing. Boxy. Maybe it's just because he has a boxy body. So I'm just gonna make some landmark lines for me. He's standing mostly straight, but I'm gonna add a little bit of a curve to his stance here. It's a pretty dull stance. I'm gonna say his left shoulder's a little up a little higher. So let me just do a little bit higher, just a little bit. We'll mostly do this the same, so he's like standing completely straight. And I think that's, oh, and then the head, right? Okay, so I think that's all I have to work with right now. I'm gonna make this invisible. Also, for me, what I'm gonna do is, let's say this is the head height. Let me make sure. Oops. Keep messing this up. Okay, I'm gonna just make sure this is about 7 heads high. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna duplicate it. Bring it down on the Z. We got 1, 2, 3, 4. And then this will make 8. Right, but we'll erase this one. We'll do it roughly this size. So already, like, some of his stuff is a little off here. So I'll do something like that. Okay. So I just needed this to put the line down here. So let me do that. It's around here. Right there. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to erase this. That's about the height that I want with that head height. And we'll go. We'll make this lighter. I just need some like basic guidelines. You know, I gotta work on stuff. So yeah, I'm just gonna look at the shapes and then work with the shapes here. I love these triangle shapes. It's going back. You know, I hate drawing multiple lines like this. Maybe I can make my thing a little smaller. Let me draw this again. So we got a shape here, kind of like a triangle. This, this jacket kind of goes almost to his feet, so it kind of ends right about there. And then we got that shoulder pad going in the line. I don't know about this one, guys, but that's the whole point, right? Like that's where we're doing this. Already not feeling it. Already doubting myself, you know? So easy to do. All right, he has the V-neck. He has his hand in his pocket. Shirt kind of breaks up here. Honestly, my lines aren't even working that well. We're just gonna go. We're gonna go off feelings. Maybe these lines are destroying me, man. Well, maybe that's what. You know, we'll just do blocks for now. We'll just feel it out, right? Let's add in these like little prim lines, right? I just realized I'm using my wrist a lot, so let me change that up. What's good about just erasing these strokes is that I don't have to erase a lot. I don't have to move my hand a lot. All right, so we're getting the feel here on what this vibe's going for. You know what I mean? Like his hand looks like a little child's hands. Uh, we're gonna add some fold onto the shoulder. And then let's add in the head part, right? So he's wearing a little hat. A little hat. Like what type of hat is that? Like a cowboy hat? Is that an Indiana Jones hat? I don't know. I like it though. I like the turquoise pants. I think colorful pants is a fun thing. I like getting colorful pants. So let's draw the circle part of the hat. I'm looking at his forehead. It's as big as his forehead, right? So we're like, this is a little bit harder because I'm using my wrist to do this. So let me zoom in just a little bit, right? Honestly, I just need a good sweep, and I'm just gonna edit it outside in the edit mode, right? So let's. that looks that looks fine. That looks fine. So the shape up here, you know, something small. And then we're gonna cut his head in half, right? Then we're gonna go to edit mode. We're gonna just move this down, right? Maybe scale it on the Z. Or the X? The Y? Oh, I'm rotating it. Scale Z. There you go. Alright, we'll get out of edit mode. We'll make these lines here, you know. Too many lines. You see, I'm always trying to use less lines here. Alright, we'll throw in the ears. Alright, it looks like this shoulder's way longer. So already off the bat, right? Off the bat, I know that this part needs to like shrink a little more. So I'm gonna go to edit mode. I'm gonna select all of it. Oh, wrong one. So I'm gonna select all of it. And then use the grease pencil tools. Put a 3 on here. And we're gonna shrink this up a bit. Maybe that's too much. Alright, so we're gonna back out of that. We're not gonna move his head. We're just gonna do what we're doing. What the part that I want to stretch. So it's just gonna be that. Then we can box the form. Maybe 2. And we'll bring his shoulder up, like I said, just a little bit. Kind of exaggerate it a bit. Go back to draw mode. Erase this. Alright. So there we go. You know, we got the basic gist of what his attire is getting, right? It's looking pretty sweet. Some things we're missing here are his collar, from his shirt. So let's bring that in, and then move on. Move on. I think I spent too much time on this already. So move on like that to the collar. We erase that line. There we go. Looks like a gangster, like one of those old school ones. See, look at all these lines I'm making. What a waste of my time. So many lines. I gotta chill out on these lines. Okay. I like it. Let's go for a different one. We'll call this 002. Good stuff. Good stuff. So we got the first one looking cool. Second one looking like a little gangster here. All right, let's look for another one. Oh, Blade. Wesley Snipes with the guns. It's looking cool. Oh, it looks like he has an Animal Crossing fit, you know. Look at that shirt. He looks like he should be in charge of an island resort. Some nice shoes. She's wearing pants to go all the way up. Some of these pictures are hilarious. Is that George Lucas? George Lucas in his fit. The chevron on his chest. Straight cut jeans. I love the poofy jackets too. Oh, and tucking in your socks into tucking in your pants or whatever into your socks. That's a big thing for free runners. That's like their style. People who jump in them buildings. It's cool, cool. I like this. There's a lot going on. There's like we got the beanie, the jacket. They're wearing like three things at the same time. The shoes are cool because the second color, and like that side backpack. You know, that could be cool. Let me see if I can. Maybe I can figure out this. All right, so this one I'm not gonna use any lines, any proportions. We're just gonna eyeball it. We're gonna eyeball it. I have the urge right now to switch away from it, do another one, but we're 51 minutes in, so let's just keep going. All right, maybe we'll have 5 by the end, and then we'll figure out which one maybe we can take to an extreme, you know. All right. Let's see if I can get these shapes down. I'm gonna use one line, just one line. So the line I'm gonna use is like this C shape, because that's how like the stance is kind of going. Just finding out that C shape, you know. All right, let's see if I can envision this body here, and then get the clothes. All right. So we'll get the shoulder pads here, and then the shoulder stitch. It's a little triangle piece. I gotta be confident with my lines, you know. Yay, stream time. Enar, good to see you. It's gonna be a different stream today. Uh, it's just grease pencil drawn stuff today. Trying to go back to my roots, Enar. Trying to trying to get back to this grease pencil drawing and then incorporate the 3D with it that you've been seeing. All right, so we're getting the lines here. Let's see if we can get this hoodie part. All right, and it looks like there's a double shirt here, so let's see if we can incorporate that. We're gonna erase this line now because it's getting in my way. All right, and we know. So I'm just doing everything on proportional to each other. So let's get this one down. This one cuts in between there, and we know this goes in between there. Okay, there we go. We got buttons. All right, let's see if we can grab all these and let's shrink it down. I'm like drawing a little too big. We're gonna rotate them, shrink it down. All right, and we know the vision's going here. So I'm doing the X of the face. Awesome. I'm not very familiar with grease pencil, so definitely will learn something new today. Yeah, if you have any questions about it too, yeah, please ask. Right now I'm just doing some drawings. I'm refamiliarizing myself with the tool. So there might not be a lot of progress here today, but definitely learning how to sketch in this is a very difficult thing. You know what I mean? Like this is like a vector program. Well, let me rephrase this. I think from what I've seen and heard, I don't draw a lot on in Blender is that it needs work still. So that's what I've read. That's what I've seen. And if anybody in the chat has any opinions about the drawing in Blender, please chime in. Alright, so we're just drawing the face here. Alright, we got the shirt. This one's a little weird because it's challenging. That's why I ended up being a little bit harder. She has her hand in her pocket here. Let's see if we can. I don't think I got this stance good. So let me do a couple things. Let me shrink this. Oops. Grab it around. Because yeah, the way I'm thinking is like I'm just trying to think of these shapes, and I think I'm thinking way too much about this now. So let me just let me draw it wrong first, and then we'll fix it. All right? Just draw it wrong first. I'm already drawing a little too big, so let me just shrink the whole thing. I can't draw shoes off of like obviously I'm not like trying to spend a lot of time on it. So I definitely don't have any good shorthands for shoes in my drawings. And you can 100% tell. I have shorthands for a lot of other things, but not shoes. And that's why this practice is here, huh? Look at these shoes look like she has clown shoes. They're insane. Alright, whatever. I think I got the gist of oops. I think I got the gist of this drawing. And we're gonna move forward. It's just way too a little bit challenging for me right now. And this is I haven't done grease pencil in so long, so it shows. So if we look at all the other drawings, you know, that one's pretty thick. We got cool gangsta guy, right? Shoes. That's all I think about in that one. All right, let's go to the next one. I'm about 57 minutes in, so maybe we'll do up to 5, and then we'll pick one to take further. He's wearing a garbage can or garbage bag with a cowboy hat. These look like knitted shoes. The Balenciagas. I like this suit. I like the chain here. It looks like you'll trip over yourself. All tan. Oh, that's Rush Draws. So somebody did a drawing of him for streetwear. This old man with the Thrasher shirt. Champion's coming back. That brand's when I was growing up, Champion wasn't good. Champion I think was a Walmart brand. But now it's streetwear, it's hip. I like this guy's like just like beanie, not beanie, but his like sweater and stuff. This is a good fit too, you know. Look at that knitted sweater. These the gothics and the like dark core looking stuff is always so interesting. There's a lot of stuff going on. It'll be interesting to draw. I also like the simplicity of just this, like just a tank top. It's not a tank top. A shirt. I don't even know the words for this. And these shoes. I think I might do this one next. A lot of people styling over here. This looks like an old picture. It looks nice. Those are Converse though, so it must be within the 70s, right? I like these jackets. Let's do this one. Let's do this one. I'm just trying to figure out how to get these folds in and stuff. All right. So this will be our 4th one. No underlying structure stuff. We're just going to go for it. And we're just going to base it off shape. So let's make the triangle. All right. Sorry, I'm just adjusting the size here with the scroll wheel. All right. Let's do some triangles. So the first thing I draw is usually a big shape, and then that's where I kind of base all my proportions from. So I can see that the collar goes in and goes all the way down. So I know that this goes, you know, down. There you go. The shoulder shuts from like halfway of this curve. And I'm not sure how long this goes here. All right. All right, let's do the other half. So it'll be his head, right? And his chin just goes right to the top of that. So his chin starts kind of like around here. Radis, hello, good to see ya. So let's just draw a simple head here. There we go. We don't need much. I just need somewhere to put this collar. I can't zoom up on this, but it looks like we got this V shape here. And then he has his backpack on. I didn't even realize that. So let's put this backpack. It looks like it tapers off to the kind of like a triangle tip that goes underneath his armpit. So that's what I'm gonna do. Do one of these. It goes in. Leave some dots here. Right, and then we also see that since it's on the side, we can see the side of his backpack. So let's see if we can get that in. It looks like a long cylinder, right? Like in the back here. But actually, let's get his sleeve down. So let's see if we can draw it wrong first. to see what we need to fix. All right, and I'm just looking at shapes. Just trying to get it down. Maybe there's too many lines. I don't know. And then this can tuck in here because this is his backpack. There's a lot of lines I have to erase. All right. He looks like he has a turtleneck on, so let's erase this line. See if we can get the turtleneck down. All right, and his collar is coming out. All right, it looks like the bottom of his jacket, his sleeve goes beyond it, so his hand may need to go a little further down. His hands are pretty even, right? Like the wrists go pretty even. This one goes a little bit above, but maybe his hand in the front goes a lot further. So I'm just gonna bring it down, and we'll flare it out. That's what we have here. All right, and then in edit mode, I'll see about just making this bigger. Let's see. Hold shift. Move this around. Maybe we'll rotate it. Maybe we'll scale it. We'll make it thinner. We'll grab it. Let's see. Honestly, I don't know. But we're gonna keep going. We're gonna shrink all this. It's getting way too big. I'm always drawing big, but all right. So he's almost there. So let's. This whole line, this whole thing here, I think is a little too long. So we're gonna make it shorter. So we'll go to edit mode. We'll shrink it down. We'll hit S. We'll shrink it down just on the Z. So let's just shrink it down. We'll grab it. And there we go. So now I can get his pants in. So it looks like we got like a cut, little triangle shape here. Honestly, let's draw this way smaller. Let's go small. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. All right, let's draw these shapes out. Okay. It looks like he has kind of like a C going on, like he's standing forward. Hopefully I can get that down. Let's just draw it wrong first once again, because I just want to keep erasing, but his pants look way too big. Oh, and my lines are way too thick. It's because I changed my thickness here, so I'm gonna hit. I think it's T. No, Control T. No, I forget the symbols. Nope, it's not Control T. Oh my God, what is it? Hold on. It's this thickness tool. What is it? Okay, so we're gonna grab this and make it thinner with this tool. Okay, I think we're good now. It's fine. We're gonna make this smaller. A little big there. Maybe make it thinner. Okay. Okay. All right, let's draw these shoes. That I'm not going to be good at least not in this type of context. They may need to be bigger, but they're not great. But it's okay. It's all okay. They don't have to be great. Not right now, at least. Okay. So let's see what this whole drawing looks like. Let's flip him. Yeah, he looks all right. Let's see if we can fix some stuff here. See if we can make him a little thinner. Alright, you notice that the thing I didn't draw was his hands. Everybody's afraid of hands. I'm not. I'll make them look ugly. Alright, let me flip this. Alright. I should make them bigger. There it is. So we'll just draw some placeholder hands here. Until we move forward. Okay. Alright, let's center this guy up and move on to our last one that we're gonna then take to the limit. Alright, let's scroll it up. And maybe whoever's here can decide what they want to see. Which one they want to see taken further. Alright, let's go to alright, so let's look at the four we have so far. We have one girl in a jacket. They're all jackets. Cool Seth Rogen man. With a hat on. Maybe he can have a gun. Kind of like this beanie streetwear jacket. I think I have a thing for jackets here. Nicely. Thank you. So yeah, so we got some drawings here. Oops, did not mean to do that. All right, let's center this one too. Let's do one more, and then we'll pick one, and then continue developing the look. I'm liking this one so far. I feel like we could put something cool on the backpack. It could be like a spacesuit or something, or a cool cyberpunk thing. I don't know. Okay. So let's go to the next one. Let's pick one last one that we can sketch out here. I like that snake one. Jacket's good. Pico's pretty cool. Very busy. Casual. Cash. Super cash. What I like about this one is the bow on the pants. The string to tie them together. I like it. The mask matches the shirt. Ripped jeans. Can't go wrong with some ripped jeans. Baggy jeans. That's good too. Leather must be hot though. It must be steamy. Corona pants. Like the beer. Oh, this is Bryan Cranston and Jesse Pinkman advertising their alcohol. Looking real swagger. Okay. Some designs. We got the skinny jeans with the jacket. Cowboy Bebop hat. Oh, Grogu decked out in some North Face and a New York Yankees hat with some Timberlands. Now that is the epitome of streetwear right there. Right there, Grogu doing it up, puff jacket. You gotta love it. That's funny. Those are fun. I think we passed this one. Maybe not. But I think I like the jacket. I think I have a thing for these big old jackets. I like this one. Maybe I'll do this one. I like how simple it is. The shirt half tucked. A half tucked shirt. I do like this one. And I'm tired of looking, so I just may pick that one. Or you can wear 5, 10 jeans on top of each other like this guy. Oh man, so many clothes. This like side satchel thing going. They basically took fanny packs and they put them over their shoulders. I think that's hilarious. Look at this street wear. All right, I should have just done the other one. I'm so far gone now that I feel like I should keep going. Grogu decked out, North Face, beanbag, fanny pack. Once again, where are these photos from? Enar, they're from Reddit. The the subreddit is streetwear. Reddit. Let me see, reddit.com. I'm gonna put it on the screen now. Yeah, they're from this subreddit. The streetwear subreddit. I basically went to streetwear. I went to top of all time, and I got a bunch of these photos from the top like 1,000 posts and stuff, and that's where I got it. And I got it this way, so because I've been wanting to practice clothes and stuff. So that's where they're coming from. The top post of that subreddit. There's actually a specific one I want to get. Let me bring it up here. Or let's see if I can find it quickly. If I just scroll through them. Come on. There's so many I have. It's like insane. Come on. Oh my god, this is like streetwear speed run here. What's going on? Not Haskell. So I'm practicing how to draw, not Haskell. And I have a weakness with clothes. I have images from Reddit streetwear, and I'm looking for a specific one so I can draw one more sketch. Then I have 5 sketches here. I'm gonna pick one of those sketches and then continue developing it. And that's my goal here. That's what we're doing. Honestly, what time is it? 1 hour and 15. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna pick one of the 3 sketches. So let's just go back. And I'll ask you guys, and by you guys I mean whoever's in chat. Enar, if you're here, you'll probably be the only vote. Which one of these? Let me put them all in their own place here. So let me. Obviously, there's a lot going on here. So let's do this one. We got number 1. We got number 2. We got number 3. My least favorite. Number 4. And I'll put them on screen so they look better. Alright, look at those guys. Look at these guys. Which one, guys? Which one? 1, 2, 3, 4. We're gonna put up a poll. Let's see who's in this chat. 1, 2, 3, 4. Which one should I keep working on? Dang, you guys like 2? My least favorite? Dang. Okay, we got 100% on 2. Oh, we got a 4. We got a 4. We got Seth Broken here. I think this is it. Unless one other person out there is watching who can turn the tides. But I think number 2 is winning. Yeah, I think it's only you 3 anyway. Really, guys? Number 2? All right, all right. No, I want number 3. Oh no. So that would make it even down the middle. I don't know. I don't know now. I'm confused. Let's see. So which one did you vote for, Enar? I think we had 2 on 2 and 1 on 4. You said 4, but you meant 3. Ah, but you still didn't win. 2 still won. All right. I'm going to go into my references, find that reference, bring it in here, and then we're going to develop it a little further. Let's do that. Give me 1 second, guys, while I grab this reference. Reference. Inspiration. Streetwear. Sadly not. I voted for number 4, so sadly for you, number 2 wins. All right, number 2 it is. Let me find it real quick here on my in my references, and then we'll push it further. Oh, I should have memorized the name. God dang it. Or looked at the name. The chat is really slow today. Enar, the chat is slow. It is. I think we had like 6 people here at one point. I think people want the content I was making before. And the thumbnail kind of shows that content. So it's possible that they didn't like what they were seeing. So they don't want this 2D stuff. They want some of that 3D stuff. Which is always, you know, a difficult thing when getting a channel here. Because people come here, they expect a certain thing, you know. So pretty slow today. I'm also not doing anything super performative and compelling, right? Like I'm doing like some slow paced, nitty gritty, closed stuff. Here she is. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to bring this in as a reference. And we're going to work on it. We're going to go to Object. So there, if you go Shift A, there's actually, you could do an image and you can bring in a reference, like straight up. It's a reference object. So let's bring this reference object. It's a number 90. So let's look for it here. So this one. Let's load that reference. Let's rotate it on the X. All right. For the camera, I'm gonna make it, um, or actually, instead of bringing it in as a reference, let me just bring it into the thing here. Oh, I didn't mean it like that. I meant my answer takes around 1 minute to reach you after I send it. Might be my networking or something. Oh, okay. Yeah, it could be. I have it so it's on ultra low latency, so I sacrifice quality for the speed of the chat. It could be my internet gets a little wonky sometimes, so um, yeah, my internet gets a little wonky sometimes. Let's go to image editor, and I think I have the image uploaded here. There we go. Now we can zoom in on this thing. All right, let's see if we can add in some coolness factor. I'm gonna lower this. I wonder why this is so slow. Is there something wrong with the thing here? All right. We're gonna bring in this rendered view. We're gonna take off this stuff. We're gonna bring it in. Scooch this in. All right. So everyone voted for number 2. And by everyone, I mean 2 people. So we're gonna do number 2. All right. Let's go to the stroke and figure this out. So let's bring number 2 in here. Bam, 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 bam. Bam. All right. All right. Let's make this a bigger. Let's make it bigger. And since I drew it kind of wonky the first time, we're gonna keep this one. I'm gonna hit in draw mode. I'm gonna hit P, or is it M? No, M. No, P. And I'm going to separate the stroke. And what I'm doing is I'm just separating this entire object to its own thing. So I keep all my old drawings, but then I can go into this one and continue to build on it and stuff. So that's how you separate your strokes there. And let's see if I can fix some of this stuff. All right. Okay. All right, let's try this again. So we're gonna lower the opacity, and I'm gonna draw with 10, 12, maybe 12 is good. All right. So when I'm drawing these clothes, let's see if we can figure out a cool type of character. Like, what is this person? You know, who is this person? Are they like a secret agent? Are they, spies? Is she someone who just wants to get groceries? You know what I mean? What is her day to day? Why do they live? It's very extreme, but make sure to lock my layers here. Okay, there you go. I like to draw really far away. If I get too close, I lose sight of everything. So I'm just trying to draw some lines, figure out like these overall shapes. The coolest thing I think in drawing and getting better at drawing is saying more with less lines. You know, I usually, when I practice offline, I practice with pen and ink. Uh, so I can be committed. I have an issue with committing to lines. Like here, you see me erasing lines. Like, I would never do that. Obviously, because it's pen and ink. All right. Maybe we'll make this hoodie a little bigger here. All right, let's see if we can continue to take this a little further, clean it up a little bit, redraw it a couple times, extend it further, you know? Like I see there's like a second shirt here going on. I wonder if I should use uh a different like line width for this. All right, we're gonna draw this hand. All right, it looks like we got a belt going across. Then we're gonna start filling in some solid lines and getting rid of these lines. I'm doing this, I don't know, for myself, just for me to see it. But I think there's too many lines going on already. You know what I mean? And what I want is like a clean, real clean silhouette here. And I'll show you how to do those, blocking out the lines. You know, I'm trying to what I think about is big, strong, readable shapes. You know, does this read? Does it look good? Can I use less lines? Am I using too many lines? You know? You know, some of these lines aren't good, but you have to start somewhere, guys. You can't just be upset at everything you do. As I do this, I am upset at everything I do. Don't get me wrong. I'm like, damn, this is looking terrible. I'm no artiste. Like these shoes are gonna get me, right? Let's see if we could figure out how to do these shoes correctly. All right, so the way I'm gonna think about it is break it up into like some simple shapes. So I see a cylinder. We're gonna draw the cylinder first. So let's draw the cylinder. And this one is pretty much profile. I'll do another cylinder here. Okay. And the next thing, it looks like we got like the front half is like, if I imagine it to be like a tapering cube going up to the front of me, that's what's happening. So let's do that. So we'll do the tapering, which is like here. And we'll get this tapering effect going on. All right, there's some thickness. We're just gonna block this out. Because of it pointing near. You know, this is hard, guys. This is hard. No joke. Doing art is hard. I'm not good at, but it takes time. Same thing, we'll do a little block out here. I just need to figure out these shapes, you know? If I can at least get it looking okay block-wise, I could fill in the rest of the details. You know what I'm saying? Some hard stuff. Alright, we're gonna have to come back to these shoes. Obviously, this is something I'm making a mental note of, where I'm like, not good at these. We'll leave them blocky for now. Just bear with me. Just bear with me. Alright, let's get this hat thing going on. A lot going on in this piece. Alright, and then we're going to start building up a silhouette underneath it and seeing if we can adjust it to work for us. So let's get this head correct. See if we can draw a correct head. And this is when you practice your skulls, which I have not done in a while. So we're gonna get rid of the under layer here because it's now distracting me. It's now affecting me. So let's figure out this head shape here. So cut cylinder. Yeah, I'm just over and over again. I'm just figuring out what's gonna work for me here. You know, I know this is like the side of the head. Like I have some basics, you know, understanding of these forms. She's looking down, you know. And then if I don't like it, you know, you could, if you like how it turned out, like shape-wise, you could just go to edit mode and fiddle around with the size and rotation. Maybe that's just all that's matter here. So maybe we can move it. I'm looking at the top left now. Should it be bigger, you know? Should we rotate it some more? Should we make it smaller? Look at that. Closer to the head. Maybe rotate it and closer out. More like this. You know. And just, I don't know, figure out what feels right. Okay. It's getting hard to see what's what in this type of how do I say this? With all these lines, so we're gonna start doing the thing I was saying and getting rid of these lines. Or not getting rid of those lines, but blocking out the color. And then we can start playing around with that. Shoes still need a lot of work, but we'll get to it. Alright, we got these hands. I'm not good at hands either, guys. I need to practice hands. I need to sit down and practice a crap ton of hands. But for right now, we're going to do a basic shape here. Connecting all the fingers is how I'm thinking about it. I just need a basic shape. It doesn't need to make sense for me right now. I just need the fingertips to make sense. You know, that'll work for now. Holding a ball. There's some nails going on here. We'll get the what are these called? The wristbands? Not the wristbands. The collars? No, the cu cuffs. Get the cuffs here. And then bring out the shoulder where this is coming from. Okay. Okay. Let's do some blocking of color now, alright? I'm gonna lower the opacity on the color. I'm now going to switch to I don't even have it. I'm gonna make a new material here. And I'm just gonna make it a stroke fill. But my colors are still gonna be done by the vertex, so it's on vertex mode, this button here, and we could choose the color. I already have some color palettes that I like using, so that's what I'm gonna use to start figuring out some of this color stuff. I have a new layer. I'm gonna call this the lines. And we'll call this one the colors. Well, we could just do that. Let's just build out. Let's use like some of these pink blues over here. So I'll use a dark color like this blue, and we'll start drawing out. Maybe a lighter blue. We'll do this light blue. And we'll start getting out these blocks of color. There it is. Okay. So I'm just gonna block out some of these colors. Blocking it out. Being sloppy. Because I don't care, guys. Don't need to look great. This is practice. You guys are witnessing my practice. It is still a bit of a performance for you guys. Like, true practice would be like you by yourself. Silence. You know. That's true practice. But I'm trying to be as loose and not caring as possible here. So, let me just block some of this out here. Boom. And at the end of the day, it's gonna look kind of sketchy and stuff. So whatever. Don't care. You shouldn't care either. When you guys draw, when you guys do stuff artistically, you have to keep remembering, guys. You gotta remember. It has to be fun. It's so important. It's so important that it stays fun. Or else you're gonna hate it. You're gonna grow to resent it. And obviously, you know, like when you're playing a video game, right? You're like, just keep it fun. But if you lose at that video game all the time, I mean, nobody blames you for being upset at losing, right? But that's why you just gotta shift your perspective a little bit about what losing means. Losing means you got stuff to learn, and honestly, the learning is part of the process. And if all you cared about was to be better than somebody else, that's no point of doing it. The only person that you should be comparing yourself to is yourself. Okay? That's another importante thing right there. Importante. Alright. Alright, these colors are really gonna help block this out a little bit. Maybe we could do a different color, like the pants can be just actual dark. So I hate how dark it is though, but we're just gonna work with it now. We can always change the color later if we needed to. Like, I'm not even caring. Alright, so this is gonna appear above the shirt. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna make another layer. We'll call this jacket. And we'll just put it on another layer. We'll lower it, and then it should appear behind it now, right? Yeah. So let's do that, you know. just feel it out. Bam. Ferd, good to see ya. Good to see ya. Glad you were able to make it today. Oh, look at that grease pencil action. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, getting back to the roots here. Ah, man, I have not used the grease pencil so long. There's so many things that I had issues with in the beginning of this stream, but it's looking a lot better. All right, let's match it up with a pink shirt underneath here. Oh, that's right. Let me let me call this pants. Pantaloons, maybe some people call them trousers. Um, yeah, I'm not sure. Not sure. Around the world, you know. If you guys know a different language, tell me what some different names for these clothes are. What's a different word for jacket? What's a different word for? Oh my God, I messed this up. What's a different word for jacket? What's a different word for pants? Maybe the shoes can be a little brighter. So we'll go back to the jacket color here. We'll do some shoes. These feet are gonna be done up somehow. Maybe we'll hide them by giving him robot legs and avoid learning how to draw draw shoes right now. Look at those ugly ass shoes. Still good though, still good. Um, alright, we'll go for a light skin tone somewhere. Maybe I think this is it, right? It'll be underneath everything. We'll just do these nasty little fingers here. These chicken scratch of fingers. All things we should probably fix. But am I going to? Probably not. Not in this stream. Alright, and I think we can get up to the neck here. And I think this color is way too dark, but whatever. Alright. For this jacket, I'm going to put an extra line here. So I'm going to go back to the solid view. Get the black line, and we're going to draw this line here. Just so we see some separation. What's great about these lines here on this jacket especially is that what I could do is I can make them real thin. I forget what the letter is. Is it Control S? Nope. Is it Shift S? Nope. Alt S. Oh, Alt S makes the line thickness different. There it is. Alright, so if I go to line, sorry, and then I select all these, and then I do the Alt S. Can make the lines real thick. Look at those chunky lines. Chunky, chunky, chunky. Or I can make them real thin, right? Barely even noticeable. Don't know which one's better, but we'll go back to its original there. All right. Let's draw this hair or this head better. So I'm gonna lower this opacity for the lines, and we're gonna draw over the lines here. There we go. Maybe do an 11. And I want to see if I can draw this beanie part here. Can't see the top of it, so I'm just gonna have to guess how high this goes, right? That's the head. And pop out some hair under it. Man, drawing is such a, like, when you look at drawing, like, oh man, they know how to draw or whatever. But there's like so many things that go into drawing, like knowing how hair works, knowing how clothes work, knowing how the body works, knowing how the face works, knowing how the eyes work, knowing how hands work, knowing how feet work, knowing how, and there's a lot to it. You know what I mean? To like draw a person at least. It's not just a simple like I'm gonna draw a person and you learn how to draw a person. It's like it's a whole thing that you gotta learn. I think I'm drawing way too big. Like if I take away the lines, it looks kind of cool without the lines, right? Oh, this head's killing me. All right, let's go to lines. I'm gonna erase these lines. Okay. And we're gonna have to figure out what we could do here with the lines. Bring the lines back. All right, so let me do something here. Let me go. I'm gonna choose this pink color. I'm gonna make a new. This is called jacket. We're gonna call it color, and then we're gonna call it base. And I'm gonna call this one something similar, except base. I'm gonna say it's shadow. So we'll call it that. And for the blend mode, I'm gonna hit multiply. And then I'm going to do this pink color and see what this looks like when I do a shape over it. So maybe I can get rid of some of these lines by doing the shape. So let's figure out where these shadows can be. Like, can I do this? Can I get rid of the lines and just figure out? Wait, where are the lines? Right there. Okay. And just figure out like where I could put the shadows. You know. Actually, let me put it in the lines, but just barely. Okay, I can barely see the lines. So maybe I could do it with shadows instead. Oh, another thing I'm gonna do is put this masking on, and the mask I'm gonna use is the jacket color base, because now when I color on the jacket, it just colors the jacket, right? So that's how maybe I'm gonna do these shadows. So then I could just do something like this where it comes off, and I don't have to like. You know, maybe I can build build this up through shadow form. I'm not good at this either. This is just practice as well. So please, you know, please know that I'm just guessing here as much as the next guy. Maybe we can do a separation here. Like, I'm like, I guess the shadows should go here. I'm gonna be studying shadows on my spare time. I like doing this because you could just do like some quick triangles and stuff. You know, I know there's like a line through here. Maybe this doesn't look good. I don't know. Only one way to find out. By doing it. It looks like she has a jacket on and then she has like a long sleeve on too. So like, I think I'm gonna avoid that because then that's, I don't know. I just don't know how to do this. Alright, you can see that this color obviously is like a weird color. Maybe we could change the color with some effects by hitting colorize. Oh, that colorizes the whole thing, which is kind of cool though. Not gonna lie. Is it a modifier? Hue and saturation, and I'm going to pick only the shadow layer, and then I can change the hue. Look at that. Maybe I can change the hue over here. I don't know. Pretty cool. I think I'm gonna add in a shadow underneath the jacket base. So here's the base of the color. I'm gonna change this mode up here. This so my when I do a stroke, it draws underneath it. So that's what I'm gonna do. So when I draw something, it appears underneath. You can't tell, but I'm gonna use this dark color here. It's so dark though. I'm gonna make it lighter, guys. I'm gonna make it a little lighter and less saturated. And a little darker actually. There it is. Alright. And I'm just gonna add in just kinda like a line that goes in some of these spots here. Maybe add some dimension to it. Maybe this won't work. I'm testing it out. I don't know. Alright, let's do this a little less saturated. And a little lighter. Let's see. There we go. So let's bring it all the way up. Let's see. I'm just gonna follow it because I think it's fun. There's a little line. Alright, I think I could do it on this one as well. Oh, so I'm gonna erase this line here. Okay. These hands look ridiculous. It looks like they have 6 fingers or something. Alright, let's go back to the shadow layer. Figure out what I'm doing with my life. Oh, another place I'm gonna add it is on the bottom here. Hold on, color base. Let's do it from the bottom here. Ah, but it would be darker down here, right? Man, using vertex colors is such a hassle sometimes because I'm like, you know, it's part of the jacket. Is it not? I don't know, guys. There we go. There's also buttons on there. Maybe I can do some buttons. I'm gonna take this option off. Do some buttons. Oh man, this color is not a good color. It just looks kind of black, you know? little less saturated. We're gonna add this color to this palette here, just so I can call back to it. How many buttons are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's do the bottom button. Well, I gotta go catch you on the next one. Take care, Evelyn. Miss Evelyn. Alright, 1, and then we'll do a button up here. 2, and then we'll split this to a 4th here. There you go. And maybe on the other side we have the lines, right? Like they go in here. Okay. We definitely need some separations here. I definitely like this color more. I may redo my shadow lines. Yeah, let me redo some of these. I'll just do them real quick. All right. Get this color stuff down here. I don't know. Maybe they work, maybe they don't. All right, let's bring back those lines and see what this looks like. What we can do is we could do something like we'll get the lines and we'll hit add, and then we will change the color of the lines. I guess not. How about colorize? Tint? Alright, we'll tint the colors a different way. Like maybe we'll do like a darker blue. Less saturated. And instead of add, we will do multiply. Hard light? Multiply? And we'll make them blue. I don't know. Maybe that works. Maybe no lines? Let's see if we can draw a head now. Maybe we can avoid drawing a head by giving them a mask. We'll just do like. We'll be like. Shing. Make a silhouette of a head. Shing. Like, I don't know what's going on here. I don't know what's happening here. I don't know. Are we just trying to avoid drawing a face? Maybe. Maybe. I could draw a face, guys. But on the spot, I'm just kidding. I need lots of practice on my face. Like, what is that? What are we doing? This whole thing is ridiculous. Okay. Erase this. Alright, maybe I should really attempt, huh? Maybe I should really attempt. Should I attempt it? Ta-da. Anyway. See if we can build out this like little beanie thing. Oh my god. Our head looks way too small. What a sketchy time we're having here. Okay. I'm gonna do the pants, maybe the shoes, and I'm gonna call it. I'm losing steam here, guys. I'm losing L steams. Losing the steam, losing the steam. Alright, so for the pants, let's see if we can add in some light color stuff. I like these kind of make sense, but I don't know. Losing steam. Rain hell free. Darian Stanley. Good to see you, man. Good to see you here joining us. Hellfire. I watched your rain tutorial. Oh, thank you. Hopefully it was helpful for ya. and I want to make rain fire instead. Well, when you do that, make a tutorial. So we can all learn from it. Oh, oh man. Ah. Making fire is easy, but making it rain is harder. Oh yes. There's a lot of different ways you can make it rain using textures or particles or geometry nodes. So when you figure that out, do it. Share it to the world. Alright, I think I'm tired. I'm gonna take a nap. So this is a stream, the little grease pencil. This I haven't done grease pencil in a long time. A little different than the streams I was doing before with the 3D stuff. And yeah, this was a little sketch. Getting the arm. You know, this is still performance. I have to get better offline before I even do it online more. But wanted to use the grease pencil. Thank you everybody for joining me today. Evelyn, Darian, Ferd, Enar, Not Haskell, Radis, and Rednaxia. Thank you guys for joining me today. I appreciate it. Little bit of a slower paced stream today. Chilling out, relaxing. So I hope you guys have a great day. And I hope to see ya on the next one. Take care, guys. Have a good one. Toodaloo. Later. Thank you for taking on the subject. Really fun to watch. Thank you for letting me know it's fun. I will more likely do it more now and figure out different cool techniques to do 2D drawing stuff. So we'll see. Thank you, Inar, as always, for joining me. Take care, guys.